The only problem with the serve is that I've been trying to tilt, and then I'd end up going like that, and then I've been trying to do this, and I wouldn't tilt as much as this.
Up yet? Okay, here's what we gotta do right off the bat. And what you just told me, I like what you just said, because that's like a good thing. But here's what I want to have happen. The whole timing of your serve, I would wait a little longer. You gotta, I don't want to say change it. I think we should modify it. I want his toss to be, I don't know, maybe another foot higher. Sounds like a lot, but it's not. I want him to have more of a hesitation before he actually hits the ball. I know if he times it just right, the way you're doing it, it can kind of go over a little faster and quicker. And I'm not saying I want him to toss it so high that it's going to mess you up, but I just think we need to slow him down a little bit, get in this power position, and then hit it. It's the first thing, before I even look at the technique. So I want his tempo or his rhythm to be, I want the ball higher. A little more of a delay in here. Wait, now go. That's what I want. See, I want that better. But see, do you normally do that? I agree. See, what's going to happen, you get the ball probably just from that alone, that was probably 8 inches higher, your toss. But I even want it higher, so and I want you to get even more powerful. That's kind of where I'm coming from. See, when he comes up here, I don't know, I always feel he's rushing. I always feel he's excited, he's ready just to let it go. And I think all this twitch and all this, it's a good thing, and all this like speed that he's trying to do and stuff, I think it's all positive, but it all has to be centered towards one objective, to getting his stroke, so it just produces the most power. It doesn't do any good just to, so I want you to have a nice rhythm, get into this power position, then all heck breaks loose. Try to get right here. I want him to get to this position. I want him locked, like the Statue of Liberty. I want him locked into this position. You got to show me stability. You got to show me that this is so locked in. Lock, go. You tricked me there. I thought you were actually going. I thought you were actually going to hit that one. I didn't watch your toss. I mean, I'm going, whoa, that's really good, because you were like so disciplined. That was better. Lock, go. That's all. You know, the toss obviously changed a lot. Lock. Again. Get your positioning. Now when you go back, I know we had this talk last time. Go back with your swing. Go back. You should try to stay as sideways as you can on the first one. The second one, I told you it's okay for him to do that. But this first one, you got to feel like there's just no movement going on. Let's see for you, because you already got all this like quick action hips. Just feel like he has total control over this. I want him to feel control taking it back. I just feel that your arm takes on a life of its own, and I really don't want that. I want you just to lock this racket in. See, I just feel this is what I call acerbating the problem. He's so loose, wanting to take it back, okay, I want him to go back with more of a control. You see Federer, he's loose. Federer's relaxed. But believe me, this is controlled. It's just not like some of the girls where the arms is kind of looking like a fire hose. And this is hard for him to do. Lock. That's a start. That's a very good start right there. So here's what I'd like to see, something like this. Lock. See, I want him to have control over this. and that's against his personality because he's already loose. But the looseness, he's so loose, sometimes it causes over-rotation and a lot of excessive movement. I don't want him to lock it in. Lock, now go. See, that's what I want. See, I guarantee more stability. I guarantee he'll be like concrete. God, listen to me on this one. If I can get your stroke, your mechanics real good, but there's other little things, kind of like these little things we're talking about here. Again. So it's just going to be a millisecond where it's going to go 1001, and then you're going to fire. Lock. No, it shouldn't happen. Control the back, the take back. Again. Get into your leg. So when you do all this, you go back, okay? When you bend, remember we talked about last time I talked to you about your knee going straight down, right? And then when the knee goes up, the hip goes that way. We talked about that, right?
Not the hip, but the knee.
Okay, so make sure when you bend, you're going to tilt. You're going to get in the power position, okay? You're going to get in the power position, okay? And the knee stays over the foot.
Well, was doing this.
Okay, you don't want to go. What? You don't want to do that either. But believe it or not, depending on how far you went, that would be maybe better than this. But I don't like saying that. The knee should be right over the foot. However the foot is, that's where the knee bends. Then the leg comes up, and then he shoots the hip that way.
Okay, we didn't understand that necessarily.
We thought you meant like both ways.
No. The knee goes in the direction of the foot.
Okay.
So this knee is going that way, and it's going that way. Good morning. Good morning. Good. So this knee is going to go right over the foot.
Okay.
And that one's going that way. So when he bends, you don't want to go. You don't want to go like this, because what
Yeah.
will happen is.
Well, we went from this though, so
Yeah.
now we're this way. Okay.
So if the knee is forward too soon, okay, then he's not going to be able to push as hard or
Got it.
as much from the hip.
Okay.
Rotating. This won't make sense, but when his knee goes here, okay, and the knee is straight down, the weight is behind the person.
Right.
So when the weight's behind the person, they can throw their body forward easier. When you do this, okay, when you actually start to drive, you go back first.
Right.
Even though you're going forward.
Sure.
People, they don't understand the theory behind it.
Okay.
So when he bends, okay, and then if he did this, then it just takes too long to get back the other way. So you don't want that either. But the knees bend at the same angle as his feet.
Okay.
That's all you want to be looking at. Again. Hold. Again. And you want to feel at the end of the day that your legs drive the racket. And that's a tough sell for him. Because he's so used to using the arm. You know, that's why when I put him here in the freezer, he was actually doing better. Hold. Again, do you feel when you do this that you're hitting it over with your arm, or do you feel like your legs are doing it? Like, okay. Start from here. Don't move it. Just tilt back, let the body bring the arm into the back. Go. Do it again. Again. Does it feel the same when you wind up or when I put you on probation and you start there? Does it feel the same or can't tell?
Feels like